This project is sponsored by Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place. I'll get started by first removing the two broken window panes, and I think the easiest way to do this is to just break the glass out. I've got safety glasses on and I'm wearing protective work gloves. Next, I'll use a sharp carpenter's chisel to remove the old window glazing. When I measure for the window panes, I take an exact measurement and then subtract 1/8 of an inch. Before installing the glass, I'll prep the window by removing any loose paint or loose window glazing, and then I'll prime the window with an oil-based primer. This is a cool little trick that will allow you to paint or prime both sides of, in this case, a window. It could be a board, and that is to take a block of wood and put a screw through the block of wood, and that way whatever you're working on can just rest on the points of the screws, allowing you to put a coat of paint on both sides instead of painting one side and then having to wait for it to dry. Now that the primer's dry, I can attach the glass, and here I'm using glazing points, and you can find these at the hardware store. This is the glazing compound or the glazing putty, and I like to add a few drops of paint thinner to make it a little easier to work with, and then you knead it in your hands until it becomes nice and soft. Then I use a putty knife to jam it up against the mullion and basically work it into place and then try to smooth it out. And this can be a little frustrating. I'm showing you basically my best results here, but I definitely had a few that weren't as pretty, but then you just keep working with it, and the more you do it, the better you get. You need to allow the glazing putty to dry for 2 weeks before painting. The window project was part of a bigger project, which was turning a corner of the basement into an office for my wife. And so here is the room, fast forward, all finished up, and there is the window installed. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. As always, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.